Hey everybody, and welcome to another video for QuietSpeculation.com. My name is Adam, and this week we're doing something a little bit different. So I know I'm the constructed video guy, but we're doing a little bit of a casual fan-made format. So the folks over at Loading Ready Run / North 100, specifically Ben Wheeler, go follow him if you don't know who he is. Highly recommend him. Came up with this format called Gladiator, which is essentially Arena Singleton. So 100 cards, nothing can repeat with the exception of basic lands, using the entirety of Arena's card pool. So that is inclusive of things in Alchemy. I know some people have some opinions about that, but for the most part, these cards are strong but not overpowered, especially with the lower density rates that you can have them at. So, for example, here's a perfect one: Assemble from Parts. This is functionally a 4-mana Reanimator spell that turns whatever it reanimates into a 4/4. Also, you shuffle the original version back into your deck. And it has that ability forever. So let's say you bring back your Agent of Treachery. It's now a 4/4, and a copy of Agent of Treachery is back in your deck for you to find later if you want to tutor it, if you end up drawing it and want to cast it later. Super, super good when it comes to things like Coma. So this is a list I've been playing for quite some time. I occasionally play in the Gladiator Discord server, and while it's normally okay, you set up a direct challenge with another person in that Discord, and they organize events, tournaments there. Arena has a few-day all-access pass, so you can play whatever you want. All cards are available. You don't need to craft wild cards. I just simply have this deck. It's an archetype that I really like. I think it's very powerful, especially with a lot less graveyard hate in this kind of format than you would expect in others. It's very uncommon you're going to find someone that has, Relic Brunetta, Scavenging Ooze, Lion Sash, or at least in enough numbers where they can consistently find it to stop what you're doing. Half the deck is essentially a control deck with discard and removal, and the other half is, the Reanimator package. While I've had this archetype built for quite some time, a few new cards keep coming in with every set. And also with certain arena-only expansions, like, for example, Jig Tax is here. This was from New Phyrexia, which is not on Arena. However, the Praetors were brought in as basically like an individual drop for the client. Some of the newer cards, though, I'm really excited about Cityscape Leveler. One of the reasons I was not playing Meteor Golem, the stat line is just really not good. And with the Reanimator spells that you're able to have access to being predominantly 5 and sometimes 4 mana, it's just not worth it to have a 5 mana functional Vindicate. Cityscape Leveler, though, this is an 8 mana 8/8 trample. It blows up a thing. They can get an artifact that can tap for things that aren't spells, which, sure, but that is a definite downgrade from their best Mountain permanent. We also have it also has an Earth, so in the event that I am flooded, which is going to be possible, especially given that we are 1, a control deck, and 2, we're playing things like Key of the Archive and the Celestis, to let us actually cast some of our bigger, chonkier things later in the game. It is entirely possible that we can unearth this. Some of the other interesting inclusions: Phyrexian Fleshgorger. This is a 3 mana 3/3 Menace Lifelink Ward 3 life. One of the only downsides to this deck is that an aggressive deck can run you over. That body is strong enough as a mid-range speed bump that it's going to be difficult for them to power through it by the time you are able to get your big guns out. Additionally, it is a good Reanimator target as a 7 power Menace Lifelink Ward, pay 7 life. Other updates recently, I threw in Junji. I'm not sure how well it's going to play, but considering the when it dies, get back any of these things from my graveyard ability, with the fallback being that it mind rots my opponent and they lose life, I think that that's fine as like a middle of my curve type of threat alongside things like Golos or the Scarab God. As far as our Reanimator suite, we have Priest of Fellrights down here, the assembled from parts that we mentioned before. Graveyard Shift, a Burial Rites, Young Necromancer, Edgar's Awakening, which is really cool because we can loot this, and it's a Disentomb. Junji, like we mentioned, Liliana, and then Cruelty of Gix, which came out in the last set. This one's really nice because it can also find me something to either tutor a creature to my graveyard, or just be a 5-mana Reanimator spell. That being said, and I guess Late to Dinner is the other. Some of the other cards that are interesting, we have City Stalker Connoisseur. Not only is this a 3/3 Death Touch creature that already makes my opponent discard a card and generate value that way, it gives me a blood token, which lets me put some of our bigger, dinkier things from our hand into the graveyard. In a similar vein, we have Kaito Shizuki, Diviner Fates, which also enters the battlefield connives, and if I discard a card, I can find one of those cards from my deck to my hand. So essentially, if I have Diviner in play and I'm uptaking a Liliana of the Veil, I discard a land, I will immediately get another land. If I discard let's say a Thoughtseize, because my opponent is Hellbent, it will find me another random sorcery from my deck, which very likely will be either a tutor or a Reanimator spell. Lot to love about this deck, and we're going to hop into a couple matches, see how we're doing on time, and then we'll cut it off and reevaluate from there. This format is best of 3, no sideboards. Apologies. 1 second. Okay. This hand seems fine. 2 lands. 1 can dig me to my 3rd, and I have Grim Tutor to potentially find more action. Now this is an interesting one. Do I want to hold up the swords, or do I want to guarantee my next land can cast this Grim Tutor? I think I want the white mana here first. My opponent seems to be doing some sort of party style deck. I'm okay with Metallic Mimic. Okay, so this is, if I had to guess, a tribal list. I'm going to let that through. And discard a card. We'll get rid of this Dream Eater. I'm doing this to potentially Disdainful Stroke whatever their next play is. I also can run as Vortex and Swords to set my opponent back a turn or 2. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to go ahead and Disdainful Stroke this. I'm not 100% on what they're doing here. I'm not familiar with this deck. Make everything every creature type. Okay. It's possible that it's some sort of combo here. Gave me a Garrick. Okay, I have a lot of big things that I can't really cast right now. I would love some lands. Also pretty okay with them Thoughtseizing me. Everything has some redundancy. Technically, is a land. Alright. Let's send it back. Is this counter? Oh, I can't care about druids. No. Sure. Looks like I might be a little too floated for my own liking. Alright. Just put the elf back in their hand. Language is pretty nice. Still no land. 15 cards deep. Alright. I'm gonna need to read this. Look at the top card of your library, cast spells. Alright, I need a land right now. I need a land that casts spells right now. Alright, I am unfortunately dead here. Oh wait, no, was I on the play? Well, let's find out. Oh, okay, not dead. Very not dead. We're in this. Cool. And I can actually graveyard shift if I find a land. Perfect. Not a land, unfortunately. How greedy do I want to get here? I can go to 3, find an untapped blue source. Preferably blue-black. Okay. I actually feel pretty comfortable now. Alright, so this is kind of cool. I can graveyard shift the Scholar. And if I want, I can graveyard shift and get back the Dream Eater. Okay, they are off it. Or I could make them discard with the other thing. Or even chart, of course. So one of the things I like about this archetype is that you get to do really cool things like that, where you're doing nothing until your opponent can't win. The missing land drops issue is kind of just comes with the territory. This hand's so much better. Portable Hole, Demonic Tutor, Kaito. Alright, put this on blue. Since white is a splash color for this deck, as much as I don't love doing this in a way that where I would have to shop to be able to play the Portable Hole, I don't think having two black-white lands is in my benefit. Opponent mills 3, picks up a land. You know what? We're here to showcase cards that people don't see all that often. Where's my Diviner of Fades? Ren's Run Vanquisher. And this thing blows up artifacts. That is notable. Also really nice, I have both Takenuma and Odawara in hand, which works with my Diviner. Adaptive Automaton. Sure. I guess I can play off the land first.
Hope you're ready for some
Draw a card, discard that, find another creature. Okay. No taps. So they can specialize this, which I don't really care, and blow up the portable hole. Just slows down another round of attacks. Each opponent loses 3 life. No, they went with the other one. Alright, so are they elf tribal? They're like 5-color elf tribal? Ooh, that's nice.
Now, what do we have here?
Discard ACT. Perfect. Okay. Bring back Coma. Alright. 1 match down. We're only a few minutes in. So that bodes some good news for us. We can get a few matches in. With a deck like this, you can either like close out the game on turn 4, turn 5, or you can go long. And frankly, because we're in a like an all-access queue instead of playing against people that are used to playing this format and specialized in it, you're going to run the gamut as far as how well your opponents are at the game, or the format rather. All right, so we can lead on Isolated Chapel, and then Hall of Storm Giants into Consider. Okay, so we can make it so my opponent does nothing for a while. Unfortunately, this Duress is not going to do much for us. I don't think I want a Liliana. I do like that, though. So my opponent seems to be on, like, snow control. Discard 2 cards. How about these 2 cards? They seem pretty far off from casting the Vraska's Contempt. They could cast the Extinction Event on us. I think I just want to play the Priest here. Okay, and they're off it. Alright. So, good showing for the deck. Not great showing for what our opponent's deck's doing. They were really banking on the Cultivate there, it looks like. Okay. This seems fine. I have interaction. Oh, hello again. Ooh, and I picked up a Tainted Indulgence. That's perfect. I don't think I want the land. Alright, I'm just going to be casting the Tainted Indulgence. Yeah. Draw some cards. Sure. Discard land. Didn't find what I was hoping for there. Put this on blue. Now that's pretty nice. Because I can actually Egger's Awakening if they deal with it in some way. Gonti, you're gonna take my stuff. Alright, well if you take a permanent, I can Rhoda's Vortex it back. And that is a perfect thing to want to reanimate in a minute. Oh no, they took my City Stalker. That's exactly what they did. Darn. That sucks for me. Alright, well, they're going to make me discard those Jink Taxes and I'll bring it back. A Ledger Shredder. Oh, that's a sorcery too. Oops, okay. 7 in hand. Yeah, I can't go to discard. I have a bunch of blue. No, I'll put this on white. Curious what this Torment of Hellfire. You mean I can discard cards? Sure. Discard a card. I'll discard a card. Discard that card. I'll decline. Probably should have sequenced that a little bit better. Alright. Alright, so... I would love to draw a bunch of cards. They can make me discard a Masker Worm. I mean, it's actually possible they didn't take the City Stalker. Okay. It seemed like they should have, but there was no guarantee. Yeah, take the worm. Sure. They should not be playing actual naturalized. There are so many naturalized variants that are the exact same card, but just with additional functionality. No blocks. I'll take a hit. Oh, do I not actually have a basic? Whoops. This is for each legendary creature. Alright. Dear God, alright. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's probably fine. 4, 5. Okay, they seem to have something that they can play. Okay. They're going to discard to hand size at the end of turn if they don't get rid of the Jingu tax. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just the charter course. Alright, it is a Jin Gitaxis party. Let's see if I can find a kill spell. Ooh, swords. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Can't use that. Probably don't need the Kaito. Don't need that. How many do I have to discard? 7 more cards? Yikes. Okay, let's go faster. Don't need Hall. Probably don't need the Demonic Bargain. Alright. Not sure why they're flaming me. They're not going to be able to do anything to save this, because their first spell is going to get countered. Okay. I can bring something back. This is costless. Sure, I'll grab a TSG. I am not playing well right now. I could have left the TSG in there and graveyard shifted. But I don't think anything I do here is going to matter anymore. Alright, pitch the Coma, pitch this. None of this matters anymore. Professor Onyx. Sure.
Under my tutelage, even you can master death. I have impeccable study habits.
Okay. Yep. Good game. Okay, 2 matches down. My mother-in-law is doing Black Friday shopping and is texting me a bunch. And she's like, I don't want to bother you. I'm like, you're not bothering me. You're asking me what things you can buy me. Like, it's not a bother, I promise. I appreciate it. It's very generous. Sure. Put this on whites, put this one on black, hope to draw another land. Found the land, which is actually perfect, because I can cast this now. opponent's now in a really weird spot where they have to answer what I have. And it looks like they're doing stuff to develop their own board. They do not have Liliana mana, notably. They can't edict this. Oh, I misread the Cityscape leveler. So it doesn't do anything when it enters, it's only when it's cast, which, sure, that's still fine. You can get an 8 power 8/8. Alright, so this is not as good as I thought. It might still be better off to have a Meteor Golem. We'll see how it plays out. Because unearthing this is still pretty nice if I can get to the mana. You can counter the Diviner. You can kill the Priest, but if it's not exile, that doesn't really matter to me. They only have Bant mana right now. So let's see how they want to do it. Or they could run out of time. Okay. And the Junior Taxes. Ooh, that's a pretty good one. Alright, so bin 1, bin 2. Probably not going to need that at this point. 3, 4. It's actually hard to see which ones I've already highlighted. Probably don't need 2 removal spells. 6. Alright, that's 6. So they now have to remove this Jin-Gitaxias, which clearly they couldn't do at instant speed. Otherwise, they're discarding presumably 7 cards. 6 or 7 cards. Okay. And that's kind of what I was talking about before, where sometimes you can just eke out a very quick win against an unsuspecting opponent. And they do not want to play with us anymore. I'm okay with that. 3-0. Even with me talking for like 8 or 9 minutes, we're only tapping like just shy of 40 minutes on the clock. That's plenty of time. We are breezing through this. So, speaking of the lingering run folks that like run this format, I was watching their set review for Canadian Highlander, which this format is based off of. And they just mentioned that this card looks like a giant chicken, and I can't unsee it. And I'm not trying to get clucked, is all I'm saying. Sure, I will keep this. Hand's a little slow. But if I can get this Thirst, and then Assembly, something. Alright, my opponent is off to the races, which is not what I want to see. Okay, that is a good card. C for us. If I can pick up 8 Black Source here, Liliana can start doing work. Fraley's Seek an Elf.
Transgressions against Sky Shroud are transgressions against we will endure all trespassers.
I will discard to hand size. Goodbye, Agent Treachery.
I'm not alone.
Yeesh. I really don't want to, because they can just recast this. But if I find that black source, I can steal the Llanowar tribe. And this sponges a little bit more damage. It is a black source, just a tap one. Yeah. Lithiform engine. Is this infinite? Copy target activated triggered ability.
Our magic bears fruit.
Okay, no, it's not. Yup. Don't think I'm surviving this. Really? Still don't think I'm surviving this.
You will watch me. And now for the encore.
You underestimate our strength.
Oh yeah, okay. Yugimoto has successfully used the heart of the cards against us. This hand's much better. Petted pools. Hope this go for the throat can go the distance. I'll pay the life. This is the second elf spider we found. I just realized. Don't think we're losing this one, though. It could be wrong. It could be very wrong. But normally these decks need to start snowballing very early. And I don't think Evolution Sage is gonna do it for them. Forget about when they enter, right? Sure. Honestly, I will absolutely trade with this Sage. I get to pick up the Scarab God after, unless they have, like, a scoop. If they have a Rant spell, then I'll just take the damage, but... This doesn't care. This doesn't give, like, itself counters to track, right? No. Okay, fair enough. They definitely could have sequenced that differently, then. this is another like Angrazor Forerunners, then sure, I'll lose. Sure. Circle of Dreams Druid. Sure. Don't take it. See if I can find like an actual removal spell. Nothing in my graveyard either. I do get an Avacyn in a turn. Getting kind of flooded here. Oh, no, I am just dead. If they hit me with the Lair of the Hydra, I can't win here. Let's see if they see it. Because that is pretty bad in the face of a removal spell. Okay, they didn't see the line. Don't think my opponent's doing the right things here, but I am unclear on whether or not it's going to matter.
The land fights for us.
Somehow. Alright, flooded. It happens. Yikes. Alright, we're what? 3-1? 4-1? The onslaught stopped onslaughting. It happens. Now this is an interesting start. This World Tree is looking real bad with this hand, but I think I'm okay with leading on Artery Grave. Tranquil Cove. So my opponent, yeah. Opponent is big time on Blue Egg control. I'll take a Dovin's Veto. I am just taking the port. I'm not really all that concerned at the moment. Let's see if we can get them to burn their kill spell, or their counter spell. I'll 100% be dumping this language, I think. I would much rather have Faithful Mending up at instant speed. It's not a bad one. They're probably going to counter us Celestis, so let's do that on a later turn, where I can hold up Disdainful Stroke even without it. Discard 2 cards, you say. To shreds, you say. Let's bait. Willie.
Fight? And you think you can win? We all have things we'd rather forget.
Excuse me.
You won't be outsmarting me.
I'll go with the Mending here. Card disadvantage, technically, but I would rather have the lands. You'll give me max value out of the Liliana. Sphinx is red for 2. Alright. Does put them back into this. I will also draw some card stuff.
Drop it.
Let's eat the Norn. Because I have the World Tree, I am actually 1 mana away from casting this Coma. And I can ult the Liliana next turn if I really want to, put my opponent down to 3 lands. Play next turn, your life total can't change, and you gain protection from everything. Well, that's target, so. Pitch the Isle. No, even better.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Alright, well, glad that's happening now.
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish, after all.
They do get an Azor back, which I don't love. I was debating whether or not to assemble from parts before the tax effect from the ECG kicks in. Dream drawer. Okay, my opponent's got some heavy hitters here. So we're gonna target the stream meter. We're gonna target this. Actually, I think I would target the Elishnorn. I don't think my opponent can attack here. Really? Alright. They get a dog. So they're going to need a 2-mana instant from this Teferi's Protection. Not got. have this. Sacrifice one of these. Alright. Trying to see if there's a reason to not, like, Infernal Grasp both of these while this can't activate its abilities. Okay. Hand seems great. Turn 2 Demonic Tutor, probably a turn 3 Kaito. So given the likelihood of a counterspell here, no, not a counterspell.
I look forward to seeing how these contraptions have their uses.
Many secrets I don't know. Not for long. Now this is a juicy secret.
I'm inspired by a good assault.
Something you don't know.
Okay. This costs 5 to activate. So I will wait to see what they want to do with their Dovin, and then probably just Fatal Push the token instead of holding it for the Frost Giant. Notably, I can't Power Word and kill the Frost Giant, or the Frost Dragon. When a creature deals combat damage to a player. I'm okay with that.
You almost stopped me that time.
Show me your moves. Bunch of Wraths and the Sigardian Evangel. Opponent has more lands than you. I think that's probably the take. Already played a land. I'll make a token.
I've got all kinds of connections.
These contraptions have their uses.
Both of me. Sure.
Now, what do we have here?
Okay, they're off it. I think that was 5, but I'll do one more. A couple of those were short. We're getting some bonus games here. Hand seems fine. Got removal, and I have things that win the game. Lead on the marsh. Hold up the Doom Blade next turn if I don't want a portable hole. And hope they're not on like mono black. They're on a mulligan. That's a green land. Alright. I have now changed the order slightly. Gala Greeters is a thing I would like to get rid of, please, and thank you. I'll just do this now. No reason to get got by like a Veil of Summer. Okay, they're off it. Yeah, Veil of Summer, Tamio's safekeeping, whatever the other one is that gives it +1/+1 counter. Alright, they're off it. I'll fire up one more time. That's the unfortunate part. Because, again, we're playing in the weekly queue as opposed to people that are more dedicated to the format, you get a lot of, oh, things aren't going my way, immediate snap scoop. Though I suppose that's with any, like, unranked thing on Arena. Even though I have this Tainted Indulgence and the Assemble from Parts, I think it's safe for the mulligan here. Okay, much better. This hand seems pretty painful, but I will roll with it. I'll put back the Leveler. I'm more likely to draw a big dumb thing that benefits me. And then we can like cruelty gigs or whatever. Grixis. Excuse me. go for the Demonic Tutor. This is gonna get countered. Water Disruption. Okay. It's a real good counter to counter with. Let's play around. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. Oh well. Alright. Time to get 2 for 1. I meant to click that Thoughtseize. Yeah. Alright, we're not coming back from this one. Okay, never mind, we might be coming back from this one. Ashiok or Battlefrost. I will take this Ashiok from you. Thank you very much. Alright, so neither of us have anything going on, but I think I'm more likely to draw into something. Shoot, Wraith. Actually, scratch that. They do get to scry 3. But I have a Castle Lockling, which 1 more black source will unlock. So provided they don't find, you know, some big dumb planeswalker, put all 3 on top. Don't love that for me. Discard that. Just play a creature. Play like a Nicol Bolas creature. No. Cool. Nice. Okay. I am 1 land away from... That's real bad for me. Wow. That's so bad for me.
You came here with a plan.
Okay, I am dead. I'm dead. I think if I hit a 5th land drop before turn... I don't know what turn we were on. 9, 10? Yeah, because they played their 7-mana Planeswalker. I think if I hit the 5, I would have been able to just win from there. This hand seems fine. I need to draw 1 more land by turn 4. That seems pretty reasonable. And I have a Portable Hole to eat like a Mana Rock or a Search for Azcanta if they have one. Alright. Please. 1 time. Oh, that's a lot of 5s. Need to hit a land here. Absolutely 100% need to hit a land. Nope, another 4-drop. Yikes. This is almost certainly, why am I blanking on the word? Saw it coming. Are they also mana screwed? Okay. Or are they just trying to hand? Nope. They probably are going to reanimate this. And I'll be very sad. Oh, it's Behold. Why would you discard? Unless you, like you could have still discarded hand size without holding up the mana. I'm just going to pass here. I think Chemisters is probably the better option. If they want to counter this, they can counter this. They don't have to discard the hand size, and then, yeah. And then you get to snag like a Golos here. They absolutely have a removal spell for this, but this lets me play a key and hold up counterspell next turn, or chemisters and hold up counterspell. I'm pretty okay with. Ooh, that's also pretty nice. I'll take a demonic tutor, get rid of the portable hole. That's fine. I'm probably just gonna chemisters or hold up counterspell. Liliana is probably best one to reanimate because it makes the tokens.
I have conquered death, as I will conquer nothing is ever truly gone.
I'll go to Castle Lochwain. Contempt, I still get to keep this Liliana up. That's an exile-based removal spell that's not killing this coma.
Another minion never hurts.
So playing this, because it lets me hold up the 4 mana to Waker of Waves plus Heartless Act or cast the Chemisters. If I want to get really greedy, I can Castle Lochwain. Alright. Both of us have had a rough game. Let's see if we can beat the Control Mirror. I do like my opponent's username. Instead of living the dream, it's killing the dream. It's cute. Two lands, no black source. Distinguished Rogue is the only castable spell. It's not all that great here. Sure. Put back a swords. Radical Idea is actually like one of my favorite cards out of this deck because it is probably one of the worst actual cantrips available for the format. But because I'm trying to find additional ways of putting things in the bin, I can discard this to something else, jumpstart it later to put the thing that I need to bin back later. Alright, so then playing Juwari here tells me they probably don't have another land or they probably have multiple counter spells. This lets me discard a basic, so I'm going to hold on to that swamp over there. So they are digging for a land, and it looks like they found one. Let's bait the counter. Does not seem like they have the counter. So what I could do is I could have been in the coma and then assembled from parts, but I think I am better off doing it this way. Nope, this castle's still going to come in tapped. City Stalker resolved automatically, so they don't have counterspell, or at least not one that hits creatures. It might have a negate. I'm cool with that. Extinction event. I still have the radical idea that can be in coma if needed. And I now have the blood token, which can also do it. Should turn the graveyard down, right? Do I have... Oh no, I just don't have enough cards in my graveyard. Dump the extinction event. Just gonna pass. Sure. Do they have a bounce spell or a kill spell? They do. Okay. That's still fine. The actual coma is back in my deck. And we're gonna Murderous Rider the Chandra.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Whatever. Figure it out on your own.
Probably just play out the Diviner here. Probably could discard the Languish. Alright, put target creature or planeswalker. They can take my Avacyn? I don't like that. Discard 2 cards. These two seem fine. Bone shards. If I hit a land here, I feel like I'm in decent shape. They have Mordenkainen or Chandra that can come back. Okay. Late for dinner. Get back absent. And then they can grab either City Stalker or Diviner or Waker of Waves. Those don't really scare me quite as much. Okay, so they're gonna take a Mordenkainen, and they're probably gonna loot. I guess it's not loot, it's draw to put one back. Find an exile this thing? Okay.
I'll be in my tower. Don't fall.
Pulling out the land, if they want to memory me, whatever. Oh wow, that's a really bad memory for me. The worst memory I could think of. Yikes. Yeesh. Chandra, Weakened Inferno.
Ever see a volcano erupt in person? You're about to.
Sure.
Make some more room to fight in.
Dream big tonight. I'm hungry. Behold,
Okay. 2 tiers, that's fine.
log of fear.
Yikes. Alright, well. Does that change anything?
I'll try to come back for you.
Don't actually think I care about the Ashiok all that much. I'd rather say this for a more threatening spell.
I've got them all. I am who I choose.
I'll blow up a Jace. Well, let's see what else they play first.
Your fine
No, those cards matter.
is upon you.
Alright. I do know that I can just start attacking them, but I think this is probably safer for me. I already played a land? I did already play a land. Oh, and I guess notably, the World Tree can find gods. The only one in the deck is Scarab God. I can't tutor anyway with Ashiok in play, but if I did, that's what it would have done. 4 cards that didn't matter.
Masterpiece.
Genuinely, they're helping me. Probably correct to sequence like this with the Massacre Worm and play around a Wrath effect. They presumably take on Burial Rites. And troops. Okay, that hits some things. I'm not playing the Cruelty of Gix here. The likelihood that I can snipe something with the first mode isn't going to matter as much because second mode gets walled off by Ashiok. So I'm going to see if they want to activate and kill off Ashiok first. They might have a kill spell for Scarab God and then close out the Ashiok there. Okay. That's what I expected. You want to kill off their Ashiok. And then I'll win with, I don't know. Do they hit? We'll find out in a second. They don't hit a Golos here. Cool. I would love a counterspell. Actually, his goal is better than Jin-Gitaxias. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think so. Let's do some tutoring. I've got 14 mana. So I can theoretically activate Golos twice. Alright, they are off it. Woo! That was a tight one. Alright, so we finished, what, 5-1? Seems like a good range. Alright, let's take a look at the deck one more time. Alright, so yeah, again, it's blue-black with like a white splash Esper Reanimator. And we do get to the point where some of these can be cast pretty reliably. The toughest issue is always just the lands, or mana sources, rather. There are 37 lands in the deck. I don't know if I should be playing more 2-mana rocks. It's certainly possible. I think that this is probably the wrong call in retrospect. But yeah, outside of, hyper aggro, I think this deck does really well. If it's not stumbling on its lands, it will reliably win the game. That being said, this format's really wide open. There's a lot of stuff you can do. There's you can play goblins, you can play even like angels. Death and Taxes is viable in this format. You can play virtually any variant of control. There are a bunch of combo builds. So if you wanted to play like a Thassa's Oracle Tainted Pact style deck, that's certainly an option. The ban list is fairly small. I think it's 3 mana Teferi. It was Nissa Who Shakes the World. I think they banned Natural Order and that. Oh, and Oko. That's pretty much it. It's more or less like any card that exists. And I am a big fan of this format. There's a lot of self-expression in deck building and a lot of fun things you can do to build around. That's it for me today. This video has been brought to you by Quiet Speculation. Thanks so much for watching. You can find the video both on quietspeculation.com as well as their YouTube page. If you want to follow me, my name is Adam Cohen. You can find me on Twitter at Adam E. Cohen, on Hive at Adam Cohen, ADAMCOHEN, and what is the last one? And Twitch, where we're streaming this right now at twitch.tv/AceXSpades. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful holiday weekend. Take care.